Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's another day that the Lord has given unto us, and for sure guys, we should be grateful to Almighty God for the free gift of life that He has given unto us. So guys, today I want us to continue with our previous discussion whereby we were discussing on sexually transmitted infections. And today I want us to look at one of the sexually transmitted disease known as syphilis. And before then, let me take this opportunity to appreciate those of you that have subscribed into my channel. I'm really happy for you guys. May God bless you so much. And guys, feel much appreciated. And one more thing that I would request from you guys is to keep sharing my videos so that we can reach as many people as possible. And to those of you that are new to this channel, or it's your first time to be in this channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and keep sharing our videos. Remember, we said that the main aim of this channel is to touch other people's lives. So guys, let's keep subscribing, let's keep sharing so that we can reach as many people as possible. Now let us go back to our today's discussion. So today I've said that we are going to discuss on one condition known as syphilis. When we talk of syphilis, syphilis is an infectious disease caused by the spirochete treponema pallidum. And one thing you have to know is that syphilis can either be acquired or congenital. This means that syphilis can either be transmitted through intimate contact with infectious lesions, which is the most common mode of transmission. That's the sexual contact. It can also be transmitted through blood transfusion. That is, if blood was collected during early syphilis. And again, syphilis can be transmitted transplacentally. That is, from an infected mother to the fetus. So it can be transmitted transplacentally. And another thing that you have to know is that if untreated, syphilis usually progresses through 4 stages. So if untreated, it can progress through 4 stages, and that is what we also call the classification of syphilis. Now let us look at the classification. Let us look at the 4 stages. And as we look at these 4 stages, we will also be talking about the clinical presentation. How does syphilis present? How will you know that you may be having syphilis? We are going to look at the 4 stages and also look at the clinical presentation depending on the 4 stages. So the first stage is what we call primary syphilis. And primary syphilis is characterized by development of painless lesions at the site of transmission after an incubation period of 3 to 6 weeks. And these lesions mostly manifest at the gland penis in male and the vulva or suffix in female. So in short, you realize that there are some painless genital ulcers. In male, they develop mostly at the gland penis, and in female, it manifests at the vulva and the cervix. And again, 10% of these lesions, or these syphilitic lesions, can be found at the anus, fingers, oropharynx, tongue, nipple, and other extragenital sites. Another presentation that we'll find in primary syphilis is what we call non-regional, non-tender lymphadenopathy. That follows in fashion. So you will realize that there are some swollen lymph nodes which are painless. The other stage is the secondary syphilis. Secondary syphilis actually develops 4 to 10 weeks after the appearance of the primary lesions. So after the appearance of 4 to 10 weeks after the appearance of primary lesions is when the secondary syphilis develops. And during this stage, the spirochete multiply and spread through the body. So we can say that there is massive spread of the spirochete in the body during secondary syphilis. And in secondary syphilis, the patient might present with some systemic manifestations. For example, they may have nausea, the patient may have malaise, may develop some fevers, arthralgia. That patient may have enlarged lymph nodes, or what we call lymphadenopathy. They may have rashes and so on. So in secondary syphilis, there may be systemic manifestation as we have seen. Another thing in secondary syphilis is what we call patchy alopecia, that is loss of hair. In this stage, we also have there's also widespread mucocutaneous lesions which is observed all over the body and may involve the palm, the sole, and the oral mucosa. So that is the secondary syphilis and the clinical presentations. That stage is the latent syphilis, and in latent syphilis, the features of secondary syphilis are preserved, though the patient remains seroreactive. That one you have to note. Even in this stage, we have said that the features of secondary syphilis are resolved, but that patient still remains seroreactive. And some patients experience recurrence of the infectious skin lesions of the secondary syphilis during this period. Then the last classification or the last stage is what we call the tertiary syphilis. And in tertiary syphilis, we can say that currently it's rare, and when it occurs, it mainly affects the cardiovascular system. That's 80 to 85%, and it also affects the central nervous system. That's 5 to 10%. And tertiary syphilis actually develops over months to years and involves slow inflammatory damage to the tissue. So guys, those are the classification, and as you have seen in the classification, we have also discussed about the clinical features depending on the stage. So up to this point, it's my hope that you are learning. So guys, let's meet in the next video and see how we can treat this condition, how we can manage or treat syphilis. May God bless you so much. Have a blessed day, and thank you guys for watching.